Okay. This is the community meeting for the external secrets operator project. Today is, what day is today? March 31. And yeah, we follow the code of conduct that we have on the repository. And yeah, basically, don't be jerks. And okay, yeah, I didn't add a lot of things to the agenda because I was sick and I'm not that up to speed with what's happening. Kellin, maybe you have more context to share, like. Oh,
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Sorry. I don't know a lot about the CLA agenda item. I was just looking at that issue. That's kind of, it looks like we are kind of interested in an individual or corporate contributors license agreement.
But I mean, about the other topics, do you have any other topics that you think is interesting for us to add to the agenda?
Yeah, I'm adding one right now about just moving this CRD spec into the main repo. Right now, it's kind of it's in a different repo, and this can kind of make it difficult, I think, for new new people to know where it is or to update it, and we kind of have to like go over to the other repo.
Yeah, and when we are adding like a change that also proposes a change to the CRD, you have to create 2 pull requests, and yeah, it's hard to keep synchronized.
Yeah, so there's just an issue for that. I think the original idea was there was no external secrets repo at the time that the CRD specification repo was created. Yeah. So it just needed a place where we could start to like talk and work on some of the issues related to it. But now that we do have kind of a working, proof of concept, I think we can move it into the docs of the main repository.
Yeah.
We could also possibly just dedicate one single issue to all CRD discussions.
Yeah.
Which could also be a solution. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, about the CLA thing, I looked into it. I basically copied the CLA from CNCF. They're using for Kubernetes. I just changed some wordings and changed the foundation thing to external secrets organization. I think it's general enough. The thing is, like, it makes sense to sign a CLA if you're an individual, like on the pull request, but it doesn't make much sense, like if you are contributing in the name of the company, because you're not eligible to like respond in the name of the company. Then it doesn't make much sense to have automation for that. We would maybe have to ask like a person to sign the CLA and give it to us. Like in your case, like Electronic Arts, or in our case, like Container Solutions, we have to ask a director or something to sign the CLA.
Did we have, so I guess, did we want to go forward with having a CLA on this repo? Because that was kind of always an outstanding question, because our license is pretty permissive, and I'm not sure, like, and it kind of matches the ecosystem of the Apache 2. So I'm not quite sure if there's, there might be some value in having a CLA here, but I think for like Kubernetes, it's a lot about having control over like moving where the code might be, like, because they often will split repos and move different pieces around. Where here, I'm not sure that's, I don't know.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not sure either. Like I thought about that thing that you brought up, like the code that is in a pull request, like a big chunk of a pull request, and we maybe depend on that code, and this is not like it's in a limbo.
I looked into that a bit more, and apparently if they forked it and that the license is still there, then it's still fine. So it'd only be if they fork it and then remove the license.
I see.
So it would be a real edge case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or if they were just like submitting code by like an email patch or something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't think we are gonna really take many contributions that way.
Yeah. I think that for us, the individual CLA then doesn't make sense, and it's the only one that we can automate. But the corporate one maybe it makes sense for us because of work time contributions.
Yeah.
Then we don't need automation for that. We just need to ask someone to sign it.
Yeah. Another topic I guess I wanted to touch on was kind of end-to-end testing around, although we do have some, kube builder related environment tests, will be some trick for some of the end-to-end testing that if we want to have, because some of the like providers that we use won't really be possible to test without actually, using the provider directly. But I think we can cover like there's like the provider functionality, which I think is pretty split from the core like external secret and secret store functionality. So I think we could do some pretty good end-to-end testing on something like the AWS and the Vault providers, and that could also then cover a lot of the core functionality as well. So I know that myself and Moritz had done some end testing on the previous repository, so we might be able to move over some of that work that we had done around Vault and AWS end tests. But
I also remember there were discussions to Ricardo, right, Lucas?
Ricardo was looking. I'm not sure how far is him because he's quite busy right now, but he started looking into getting some credits for us, like to use actual infrastructure with end-to-end tests.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, I can ping him to let me add.
Yeah, because I think for GCP and Azure, I think we would need those credits. I would need to look into AWS has a local stack deployment you can set up, which I believe has Secret Manager, but we might need to look at kind of what's supported there that we can do kind of free. And then Vault we can just set up as well, free.
But in the previous repository, did you use local stack for the
for the AWS provider testing? Yep. It's just I believe we did some investigation on the GCP and Azure ones, and there was no kind of local stack type equivalent of where you can just spit it up yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I can also
Vault and AWS should be possible to do without even any credits.
Okay. Yeah, I can also ask Container Solutions if the CS Labs thing can like donate a bit of infrastructure for this. This is not expensive. Also, we just need a place to do this. Yeah.
That's a good idea. Yeah, there should be maybe other projects within CS which have I don't know, some similar end-to-end testing. We could see how they do those, maybe.
Yeah, the strategy is not that complicated. The thing we just need the infrastructure and test against it, but it needs to be like separated from CS stuff. Like it needs to be like something donated to this project, just to like separate things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also just looking at the previous agenda, it looks like a lot of that was merged in and kind of done. So that's awesome to see the Vault provider, the AWS refactoring.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if all that's done. I think all of it's done.
Yeah, I think it is. Refresh. This refresh interval one. What's this? Let me see.
Yeah, that's done. Although there are some edge cases that may still exist if the operator if the pod is kicked, but I don't think we need to deal with that.
Oh
right
yeah.
now.
Okay. And the previous action items. Oh yeah, you looked into the external DNS ownership, and they are owned by SIG Network, right?
Yeah, and I didn't see quite a good SIG for what we would be under. I don't know if it would be like there's like SIG security, but they seem to be more kind of audit focused.
Okay.
And not necessarily, owning specific projects.
What happens when a project is donated to one of the SIGs? Like they are automatically under CNCF umbrella and they are like sandbox or something like that, or does it?
I don't know exactly. I think they're just kind of under the Kubernetes project at that point.
Okay. I see. Okay. Nice. Then, yeah, I'm thinking about grabbing that issue that you mentioned about the release thing, like and testing it on the fork and seeing how it goes, and also like you did with the CI in general, basing on the crossplane one. I'll try to also base on the crossplane release workflow, so we have like some consistency and go forward with that.
Yeah, the problem with that, and maybe Dan from Crossplane has been working on it, but like I know their release flow was still kind of in progress and was a little light. That's kind of why I didn't add it when I was adding their CI workflow, is because they were still working on it. Now maybe they've made some progress since then. Because their idea was, essentially they on a tag they just promote the latest like main build or whatever, like the main image. You can just like promote that to kind of the tagged release. And then we can probably follow that same for Helm charts. I guess that's another topic, because I think we need a Helm chart repo. I'm not sure, because I think the other project, the Kubernetes external secrets, which it just is using, I think, the GitHub releases
package.
Or the GitHub page. So I'm not sure we can like reuse that, but maybe we can put a chart museum to our type repo under the external secrets IO domain, like external secrets IOs like /charts or something, or even domain under probably would be better, like charts.external secrets.io.
Yeah, it would be easier. Yeah.
Okay, I'll add that to the agenda.
Oh, and I didn't look into it, but I think we already removed, or we have a PR for removing the customized setup, right?
Yep, I created a kind of draft, or like mostly working PR that removes it all. It looks like I need to update some of the docs, though. They're based on feedback.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, then removing the customized setup and like focusing on the Helm.
Yep. And it also provides a way to like use the Helm chart to create manifests if we want. If that's something we want to publish, then we can do that as well. So that way someone can just kubectl apply this operator without Helm if they didn't have that.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Okay. Then just to recap, I think I can remove the CLA then, right? For the individual, since it's not that interesting. Like if we need the CLA for corporate, we just ask for a signature. Okay, I'll also remove that. The CRD we are going to put together in the same repo. And testing, I'll ping Ricardo and also ping Container Solutions about that. And yeah, we need to create a Helm chart repo. so we can start distributing it. And yeah, I think that's it. Cool. Anything else you think it's important for us to discuss? You're muted.
I'm sorry. I think that's mostly it for the topics I was thinking about. We might also want to be, and I think we have a milestone that just I think needs to be cleaned up, or something, our project in the repo. But we might want to kind of for the next meeting start to think about what issues are remaining that we want to close out before initial release. Because I know, I have a couple of people that are really curious about initial release and starting to try to use it for some of the providers like AWS and Vault that are available. Even if not all of them are merged in, I think I think that's fine. We can keep adding providers as they're available.
Yeah.
But okay.
I think that we already have Vault, AWS Secret Manager, and a parameter store. I think for a release, maybe just some end-to-end testing is enough, right?
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah. And then we can increment it, right? I mean, for the next release, if we have a new provider, then we're going to have another end-to-end testing thing for that specific one. So maybe GCP plus provider, plus end-to-end testing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, nice. Cool. Yeah, I'll try to clean up a bit the project and the milestone. Let me add this to the actual items as well.
I have a question for the external secrets.io domain. Is that all kind of like just redirects that are set up around the GitHub pages and GitHub infrastructure, or is there actually any infrastructure kind of backing that besides DNS?
There's no infrastructure. It's just a CNAME configuration. I needed also to create this file on GitHub, like saying that this is the CNAME being used, like to be able to use the Apex domain instead of the www. And but it's just redirecting things. We don't have infrastructure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll have to see if we can do that in the same repo for the chart subdomain, or if we need like a chart like another repo that could point that. Okay, we can start taking a look at that. I'll create an issue for that one to follow up on the Helm chart repo. Because if that exists and is working well, although naming might be difficult, but it might be nice at some point to even move the current, like the Kubernetes external secrets under there too, if we kind of have a organization chart repo. I don't know what the naming difference would be, whether we call one Kubernetes external secrets and one external secrets. That's a little confusing.
Yeah, it's confusing, but yeah, the idea is to make, like, in the future, Kubernetes external secret vanish, right? So or make this one be named like the other one because it's popular already. I don't know what's the best approach.
Yeah, I think we'll need some releases first and like some use, and I think then we can start to see like if this becomes a useful in a project, and then I think we could have this become the next major version of the other project, but it'll be a little confusing for a while, I think.
Yeah, yes, for sure. We'll have a lot of messages on Slack. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anything else? Anything you want to bring, Aziz?
No? Not really. So no, not at the moment.
Cool. Okay, nice. Then thanks for joining. I'll post this one on the YouTube channel and on the Slack channel as well.
All right then.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.